Hi guys, and welcome back. If this is your first time, my name is TONIA OKOLIE and I'm so happy you clicked on this video. Please subscribe so you can keep seeing this beautiful face of mine. Okay, so in my previous video I talked about how to cope with the pressures of being in your 20s. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave a link right up here, and I'll still leave a link in the description box down below, so do check that out and I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. But before you go, let's just sit, relax and watch this video, okay?
Say now wait till you to find. We can fly to the sky, take you shopping in Dubai.
So in this video I'm going to be talking about the lessons I've learned so far being in my 20s. So this is going to be a nice one. You should stick around for this because you're going to enjoy it. Okay, so first lesson. The first lesson I learned being in my 20s is to take good care of your health. So as we all know, we're getting older, whether we like it or not. It's the sad truth. We're getting older, and as you get older your body becomes weaker. So your 20s is the best time for you to invest in your health. You can start by eating healthy foods or slowly incorporating it into your diet. That is one of the major lessons I learned being in my 20s. So right now I try to incorporate healthy foods into my meal. Like maybe I could eat salad instead of eating, burger or fries or something. Just slowly incorporate it into your diet. And then the way I make it work for myself, or the way I've learned to make it work for myself, is by eating healthy meals, and then at the end of the month I eat like one unhealthy meal just to reward myself, you get? So yeah. The second lesson I learned being in my 20s is that you're going to feel lost, or you're going to feel like you don't have things figured out yet. So there's this perception that you have to, get your life together in your 20s. You have to have a good job, you have to maybe be thinking of getting married, or either are married, or you have to have you just have to have your life planned out. You have to know how your life is going. But it's okay. That's one of the major lessons I learned being in my 20s, that it's totally fine to not have it figured out, to be okay with the fact that you're working towards that. You don't have to make it, or you don't have to have it in your 20s. So that's one of the major lessons I learned being in my 20s, that it's perfectly fine. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel like a failure, because everybody's going through this. Everybody in their 20s is going through this. So it's okay to feel like you don't have it figured out. Just be working towards that goal. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, like I spoke about in my other video right here. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. It's perfectly fine. Just take your time and keep pushing ahead, or keep working harder to achieve those dreams. It might not come in your 20s, and that's fine. It might come in your 30s. That's okay too. So just keep moving. Don't stop. Don't feel like a failure, and just stay there. Keep on moving. The third lesson I learned being in my 20s is that big dreams, or dreams in general, require sacrifice. There's nothing in life that is handed to you except for birthright. And even birthright, or let's just call it inheritance, you kind of have to work for it, or your parents had to work for it to be yours, you get? So you have to work towards your dreams. You can't just sit back. You can't be lazy about it. If you really want to achieve those dreams, you have to put in the work. Sometimes it requires you to not go to that party, or requires you to stay at home and work a little bit more, or requires you to stay back at work and work for more hours. It just requires sacrifice. So that's what I learned. I used to be lazy about. I'm still lazy about this thing. So I'm 25, so I'm working towards that. But this is what I have learned being in my 20s. So yeah, big dreams require big sacrifice. The fourth one is stop caring about what people think of you. This was a big issue for me earlier on in my 20s, because I used to want people to think that, oh, I'm good, I'm perfect, I'm this nice girl. I want, when people ask about me, when other people ask about me, they'll be like, oh yeah, Tonia is so nice, she's cute, she's nice, she's, just good things. But it does not matter. Live your life, have a good reputation. But to be honest, no matter what you do in life, people are going to have their opinion, whether good or bad, and they're going to talk about you regardless of how you are. So I've learned to live my life in a good way, and whatever they say is their opinion. So that's what I learned in my 20s. Next one is embrace failure and don't give up. This is a crucial lesson. Embrace failure and don't give up. Everybody fails in life. Whether be it small failure or big failure, everybody has failed one way or the other. So you just have to embrace it and move forward in life. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he founded. Even Oprah was fired from a news anchor position. So if they could fail, who are you? Everybody fails. So I'm just trying to say that failure is part of life. The only thing, or the most important thing about failure, is that when you do fail, you do not give up. You keep going. Like, look at Oprah now. Look at who she is today. If she had failed and stayed where she was, she wouldn't be Oprah, the Oprah we know today. So basically, I'm trying to say that don't give up when you fail. Because I failed in school. I failed some courses back in school. If I had given up, I would maybe still be in school by now, or I wouldn't be able to do what I do today, or I wouldn't even be called a graduate, you get? So if you fail, embrace it. Embrace the fact that you failed. It's normal. Failure is normal, but you have to keep going on. You just have to keep going on. So yeah. The sixth lesson is not to compare yourself with others. So this is a huge lesson. Like, this is something I had to learn, and I'm still learning, because it's very hard not to compare yourself with people. Even with social media that we have today, it makes it really, really, really hard, because you could go online, you could go on Instagram, for instance, and you see like someone your age mate, for example, chilling in Greece, having fun, shaking their ass on a yacht in Dubai. So it's hard to not compare yourself to people. So you just have to learn to be content with what you have and to be grateful for what you have in life. So that's one of the major lessons I learned being in my 20s. The next lesson I learned being in my 20s is to take responsibilities of my actions and apologize. It's really hard sometimes to say sorry, especially when you're not maybe at fault or something, but it's a very essential skill to have in your 20s and even in life in general. You have to learn how to take responsibilities for your action, and you have to learn how to apologize. Being an adult, you need to know how to apologize, most especially in your 20s and upwards in life. Like, you need to know how to apologize, and you need to take responsibilities for your actions. The next lesson I learned being in my 20s is that things don't work out, and it's probably for a reason. So rejection, loss of a job, loss of an opportunity, it hurts in the moment, but there's a reason behind it. You might not be employed right now, but there's a reason. Maybe God is preparing a better place for you to be employed at. You might be working in a crappy job or something, but maybe God is making you work in that place to prepare you or to build your character for you to be able to work in a better place. So everything in life happens for a reason. So this is one of the major lessons I've learned. Every time something happens to me, I'm like, oh, why is this happening? Why does this have to happen? Oh my God, why do I have to go through this? But now I've changed my perspective in my 20s. Yes, things happen to people, and there's always a reason. We might not see the reason now, but in future we will see the reason. So just know that if anything should happen to you, if anything happens to you, there's a reason behind it, and the reason is always for good. It might even be for bad, just to warn you against people or warn you against something. So everything in life happens for a reason. The next lesson I learned is invest in experiences. There is never a better time to gain new experience than your 20s. Your 20s, you don't really have anything tying you down. So this is literally the best time to invest in experiences. Go out, learn new things, see new places, learn new skills, find new hobbies. Like, this is the best time for you to learn new things, and that's something I've learned being in my 20s. I'm learning new things. I try to improve even on the skills I already have. Try to improve on what you already know. Try to learn new things. Try to gain new experiences. I have a funny story. Basically, I tried to gain the experience of riding a scooter, and I ended up with a broken ankle, but nevertheless I learned it and I have the experience. If anyone is to ask me in future, oh, how do you ride a scooter? Yeah, I don't really know, but I have gained that experience. I've ridden it before, so I have that experience. So go out, learn new things, gain new experiences, learn new hobbies, learn new skills. It's really going to help you in life. So be it good or bad, just try to learn new things every single day. The next lesson I learned being in my 20s is to start saving money as soon as possible, ASAP. Start saving your money. Do not think you have, I have a long time in the future to, start saving or to save money. It's always best to save money early. I mean, if you start saving, let's say now, 2021, in the next 10 years, you're going to have a lot of money, rather than when you start saving in 2022, you're going to have lesser than what you would have if you had started saving in 2021. So it's always good to start saving early. You might just be saving 5% of your salary or 10%. You might look at it as it's nothing, but 10% in a year, do you know how much that is? So start saving your money early. That's something I've learned being in my 20s. The next lesson is to eliminate negative people. You do not have to be friends with everybody in this world. That's something I learned. You don't have to keep friends that you don't even talk to, or friends that don't make you feel good about yourself, or friends that don't support you. You have the right to eliminate negative people from your life. If you find this person not supporting you, or basically tearing you down, or abusing you, or making you feel less of yourself, you should eliminate those people in your life. So what I'm trying to say basically is that life is too short for you to let people make you feel less of yourself. If somebody is being negative in your life, you have the right to eliminate them from your life. The last lesson I learned being in my 20s is that everything takes time. I can't stress this enough. Everything in life takes time. Careers, relationship, marriage, wedding, I don't know, every single thing in life takes time. It even says it in the Bible that there's a time and there's a season for everything. So basically, you need to have patience, or you need to learn how to be patient in your 20s. The greatest attribute you can acquire in your 20s is patience. They don't say patience is a virtue for nothing, because it's actually a virtue. It is very important to know how to be patient. It's very hard to be patient as well, but you need to acquire the skill of patience. You need to learn how to be patient and wait for everything that you want in this life. It will obviously take time, but it will definitely come. So in conclusion, these are the few lessons I've learned being in my 20s so far, and I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot more as I head towards 30. But yeah, I just felt like I had to share with you guys the lessons I've learned so far being in my 20s. I'm sure you guys would have learned some lessons as well in your 20s, so please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that left a comment in my last video. It really means a lot. Like, you guys have no idea how much it means to me, but it means a lot for you to watch, like, comment and subscribe. Like, that is the best thing ever. So if you've learned anything in your 20s that you'd like to share with us, please go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my beautiful face and you enjoyed hearing everything I had to say today, and I'll see you in my next one. Please do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like, comment and share this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.